Okay, so today we're gonna do one of my meat roll-ups. I really don't like meatloaf. I know that many of you have heard me say that before. So instead of doing a meatloaf, I always do a meat roll-up, and I put different things on the inside. So today I'm gonna do a cream cheese mixed with spinach, a little cheese, some onions and peppers, mushrooms, and some bacon. And what I've done so far is I have already mixed my ground beef. I've mixed it with a little bit of onion soup mix, a little bit of my complete, and some black pepper. I have already sauteed my mushrooms. I sauteed my red peppers and onions, and I've also sauteed my fresh spinach. Also, what I have here is I took half of a package of small, the small package of cream cheese, and I went on and mixed that up and let that get all, not melted down, but I let it sit out for a little while to soften up. Here I have my panko breadcrumbs. If you're doing low carb, don't use this because it's very high in carbs. These actually have 23 grams of carbs. So when we get to that step, I'll remind you not to use that if you're doing the low carb diet. Everything else will flow just well with the low carb diet. And at the end, after I bake it, I'm going to sit it on top of a baked potato that I'm going to split open and bake, but we'll get there later on. So first we're going to start with getting the meat. We got to roll the meat out. And the thing I like about this meat roll up is I don't ever do it the same way every time. I have to do something different because I get bored so quick. I mean, I get bored very easily, not just with food. So, all right, we're gonna get that here. This is maybe 3/4 of one of those large long rolls. That's what I'm trying to say. Of ground beef. I've already mixed in my seasoning, as I told you. Just want to get it patted out. I don't know if I should use this wax paper. I should have got some, it's another type of paper I could have used. But first I'm going to pat it out until I can roll it out. And depending on, of course, how many people you're feeding, of course you don't need this much, but we have, like I said, a family of 6 over here, so we need quite a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to roll it. I'm going to place another piece of wax paper on top. And you can roll yours out how you want, And definitely you can use whatever ingredients you want. Please don't feel like you have to use what I use. So I'm going to get this rolled out. Let me move some of this stuff out the way so I can actually roll it. Take this away. And I want mine kind of thin, but I do not want it out of shape. Put that up there. Y'all know cooking is all about art. I was very good at art, so a lot of stuff that I do, it just flows for me to make it work. Okay, I'm gonna roll that out just a little bit more. Okay. Here. Alright, that's perfect, just how I need it. Okay, so once you rolled your meat out, I'm going to take these gloves off. I have my cream cheese here, and what I'm going to mix with my cream cheese is some spinach. I'm going to just put all that spinach in there, and I'm also going to add some of this is Parmesan cheese. I'm going to mix that up like that. And if your cream cheese is, right out the refrigerator, just stick it in the microwave. Give it 10 seconds each time. I wouldn't do longer than 10 seconds at a time. And, just take it out, stir it, and you can get it softened quicker. Alright, so I'm going to mix that like that. And this is the first thing I'm going to put on my roll up. And I already have my oven set at 350. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because the main thing is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut my meatloaf. Like once I cook it as a roll, I'm going to cut mine into individual rolls after that. And I just want all my rolls to have, you know, the cream cheese and the bacon and whatnot. And I only sauteed the spinach and the vegetables for just a few moments. I didn't do it long because everything is about to go in the oven and bake. So I just want to give it a little hint of butter before I put it on in. Alright, once you got all that spread out, that's all gone. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add on my bacon. And I'm just going to lay mine like this. Now, I'm going to, when I roll it up, it'll be bacon in each one. And again, if you don't like bacon, by all means, leave it out. If anything, it's just an idea of something different other than just regular meatloaf. I just can't do regular plain meatloaf. I just won't eat it. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add on my peppers. And onions. And I just sauteed them till they were, you know, just soft. And I'm interested to see what some of you do with this recipe. Some of you already do this. You know, I think I've heard or seen some people last time I posted my roll up. The last time I did with cabbage and I can't remember. I think it was cabbage and mushrooms, I believe. But someone had shared with me that they had already, you know, tried it and they do something else in theirs, which is great, you know. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. So I got all my peppers in there. Go ahead and put my mushrooms. And I'll post the finished time. I started to time my food because a lot of you will ask me, well, how long? And that's why I said the cookbook, I'm working on my cookbook, but I have to literally write down everything that I do, which I was not used to before because I'm just used to cooking, you know, just freestyle cooking. So you all are helping me to get my cookbook together because you forced me to go and make measurements, you know, do the measurements and stuff. Alright, now I'm going to add on the rest of the cheese. Again, this is Parmesan. And the only seasons I used in my meat roll-up was the complete, the black pepper, and the onion soup mix. Because the reason being, you got all this going on. Now, I didn't saute anything in any type of seasonings because we got enough flavor going. We got the cream cheese, we got Parmesan cheese, we got bacon. And when you get all those flavors together along with the complete and the black pepper, you really just don't need anything extra. Or you'll be, you know, overdoing it. I'm going to have to take this back off here. This cutting board is just slippery today. Alright, now I'm just going to roll it. You take your time with it, ain't no rush. So you can get it all in there. I didn't roll it on wax paper last time, so it actually went better for me. And it's okay if a little bit comes out. It doesn't have to be perfect, but for the majority part, you got most of that stuff in there. Let me get my pan. We're gonna put it in. Let's get that stuff on out the way. We don't need that extra. We'll clean it up later. Stay right there. Let me get my cooking spray. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of my olive oil spray. And I do have a top to this that I'm going to put on there. This roll is huge. Babe, come here for a second. Sorry, y'all, I'm coming. Okay, Leah, pause it for a second because he's going to have to help me pick this up.
Breadcrumb on?
I'm going to put it on there. Get your end back. Next time I'm not rolling it, don't use the wax paper because it is not good for this. Here. Gotta get that paper off. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I'm going to brush it with my egg I beat. So I can put my breadcrumbs on. And again, if you're doing the low carb, don't add the breadcrumbs because those breadcrumbs have quite a bit of carbs in them. So you want to skip this step. And I will post the time that I cooked it once I'm done so that you all will know in case you want to try it. And any other questions you have, like I said, just inbox me and I'll get back to you. And I'm going to sprinkle my breadcrumbs. And this is just panko, so that I can have that crust on the top. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, now remember, take it from me, don't use the wax paper because I'm telling you, when I did it the first time, those that, if you go back to my previous video that I did the meat roll up, I didn't have any issues with picking it up, but I also rolled it on, I don't even know what I used, but I didn't use wax paper, so don't use the wax paper because it will give you a hard time. So okay, I'll come back and post the finished product, and I'll also let you know how long it took me to cook it. So thanks so much for watching, and you have a blessed day.